Blast of my good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and all around the world. I was sorting out the playlist for this show on Wednesday when it was pouring down all day, so a couple of songs about the rain to begin with. This is Wayward Jane and Edinburgh Rain.
Oh, Edinburgh rain, fall down again. Skyline great and grey, please have a care and hear my prayer. I've known these precious tears for many a year, familiar forms but nothing's as it seems. You're full of dreams. Breaking sky and sweet release, bring the troubled soul some peace. Healing is the heart that grieves, and freedom's in the glistening leaves. I hear a lonely note that echoes in the stones. I won't deny the shadows and the bones that haunt this home. But oh, river of time, tonight you're filled with wine. Never wanna sober up, just let me dive into your life. Into your life. Dusk on the hazel leaves and the rolling seas. Sometimes they say that you're proud and cold and grey, but I have seen your smile and your box of paints and your barroom saints. Breaking sky and sweet release, some peace. Healing is the heart that grieves, and freedom's in the glistening leaves.
So that was the Edinburgh band, Wayward Jane. I played them before. They were formed in 2015, a group of friends who played together in many guises over the years. The main inspiration for their sound is American old time, but with a transatlantic slant embracing British and Irish musical traditions. And on that album, The Flood, there are lots of songs about rain, appropriately enough, and I noticed there was one called Didn't It Rain? And that reminded me of the song of the same name by Sister Rosetta Sharpe. Now, you need to watch this on YouTube if you've never seen it. You can see her playing this song in Chorlton Railway Station in Manchester. Yes, it was for a Granada television programme in 1964 called The Blues and Gospel Train, and it's an absolutely fantastic video. I really do recommend you going and finding it on YouTube. So, let's hear it now.
Let me tell you something. Uncle Joe, it's raining and the people are so trying to stand around. And I'm afraid it is. Oh, it makes me feel happy. Oh, yeah. Just to know we can stand in the rain and sing. And the people are so sweet to stay here.
Oh, it gets sweet.
And I come in on a...
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I come in on. Oh, yeah! Get it, kid. Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, didn't it? Oh, oh yes, how it rained. I said it rained, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it? Yes, didn't it? You know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained. You know it rained 40 days, rained 40 nights. To make my garment fit me right. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my robe, walk around in glory, tell the glad news. Look up David in the heat of the day, tune up the harp and begin to play. I know it rained, you know it rained. Oh, how it rained, rained too long, all night long. Rain, 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 rain. Didn't it rain, children? Rain, oh yes. Didn't it, yes. Didn't it, you know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained. Some at the window, some at the door, some crying, Brother Noah, can't you take on more? But no cried out, my friends. The angels got the key and you can't get in. I know it rained, you know it rained. Rain too long, all night long. Rain all day, rain all night. Rain, 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 rain. Rain, 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 rain. Rain, children. Rain, oh yes. Didn't it, yes. Didn't it, you know it did, or didn't it? Oh my Lord, how it rained.
As I say, go and find that on YouTube. Sister Rosetta Sharpe and Didn't It Rain. It's such a period piece in Chorlton Railway Station in Manchester, and the contrast between the 1964 crowd and Sister Rosetta Sharpe in a best white coat and a white Gibson SG with 3 pickups is quite amazing. Next, Lucy Ward is a favourite of mine. I've played quite a lot of her on this show in the past. She's got a new album out along with Svava Nuta of Iceland and Aidan Towns of New Brunswick in Canada. The album is called Orga Brim, and this track is Unanswered.
They're calling again from 1963. never answer, but I think I know what it means. The phone's disconnected, but still it rings. If I ever pick up, will I hear anything? What say you? Who's this that calls for me?
Sefur í ró, sveinn undir snjó, hringja vill heim, því hvíld í móðurfaðmi þráir.
They're calling again from 1954. If I don't answer, will they call me anymore? Endless echoes cut through the air. Too scared to find out if there's anybody there. What say you? What do you want from me? What say you? What do you need?
Leiðin mín lá, ljúfanum sjó, heim aldrei hélt, með hafsins brúðar skarti skrýtu.
They're calling again from 1945. It used to take years, now they call me every night. Too hard to ignore, so I gave up the fight. Heard a voice in the darkness on the other side. What say you? What do you want from me? What say you? What do you need?
Sár mín skömm, sölt bæð og römm, aldrei á ný, hálftæra rödd þína að heyra.
Trusting isn't fair. Should we tell him? Should we tell him that his girl doesn't care? I took my best girl dancing down to my best friend's mansion. He met us at the door, said, "Glad you're here." Before the dance was over, I saw him call her over, and then he whispered, thought I didn't hear.
So following Ward, Neuter and Towns, we had Should We Tell Him from the album of the same name by Rab Noakes and Brooks Williams, which celebrates the songs of Don Everly. Brooks gave me a copy of this CD when he was over in September, and he and Rab recorded it in Glasgow in 2022, just before Rab sadly passed away. It was a project that Rab Noakes had wanted to complete for a long time, and it's a lovely album. Next, Nuala Kennedy is a world-renowned traditional singer and flute player who grew up playing Irish music in Dundalk, County Louth, and now lives in Ennis, County Clare. Her newest solo album, Shorelines, was recorded in and inspired by the rugged coastline of Clare. And from it, this is Sally Sits Weeping and Blue Devil's Jig.
Oh, Sally sits a-weeping down by the seashore. Poor Sally sits a-weeping down by the seashore. What ails you, my jewel? What ails you, my jewel? What ails you, my jewel, in sorrow to mourn? I once had a sweetheart, but now I have none. I
I should have said before, when I was talking about Rab Noakes and Brooks Williams, of course, that they played at the Institute. It must have been around about 2021 or 2022 when this album was recorded, actually. And it was a fantastic night. Rab was such a lovely man. Now, someone else that has played at the Institute is the local singer-songwriter Jeff Jepson, and he's got a new album out called Meaning Waves. And this is a track from it called Please Note.
Please note, your time with me is temporary. Please note, the world is everything that is. Please note, this soul will end eventually. Please note, this soul will fall. Never saw myself taking a stand like this. Who am I fooling though? Is this changing anything? Thought you'd see the circus for just what it is, instead of another clown distracting us from all that's plain as day. This thinking that will steal your soul away. You're lost to me for now, it's sad to say. Please note, your time with me is temporary. Please note, the world is everything that is. Please note, this soul will end eventually. Please note, this soul will fall. Sign my name 1,000 times, then vaporized into the ether where I can get some peace of mind. Had to get away from where you're coming from. All of the daily lies, the rivers of pollution streaming through, the remnant of a conscience left in you. Till disconnection is all I can do. Please note, your time with me is temporary. Please note, the world is everything that is. Please note, this soul will end eventually. Please note, this soul will fall. Will fall. Will fall.
So following Jeff Jepson there, we had Caroline Keane from her album Shine. I played a track from that quite a long time ago. It was released in 2020. That track was Paddy from Portlaw, The Old Flail and When the Cat's Away. Caroline grew up in Limerick, surrounded by the music of neighbouring Clare and Kerry. These influences became the cornerstone of a uniquely vibrant, passionate, emotive style of concertina playing. And I remember that the last time I played a track by Caroline, Katie Lawrence said that she had studied with her out in Limerick. Now, there's not many folk shows on the radio, and sadly there's now one less. Genevieve Tudor's folk show on BBC Shropshire Radio has now come to an end, sadly. All part of the cutbacks in local radio by the BBC. I've met Genevieve quite a few times. She's a lovely person and very knowledgeable about the music. I listened to her last show. You can probably still hear it on that there BBC thing. And a particularly touching moment on the show was when she played Thresherman by Belshazzar's Feast. And of course the singer on this is Paul Sartin, such a wonderful voice, and a great tragedy that he died last year. So I'll play this for Genevieve, and hopefully she'll pop in and talk to us about her new podcast when she's next on the Isle of Man.
Sometimes I do reap and sometimes I do mow. The other times to hedging and a ditching I do go. There's nothing goes amiss with me, the harrow or the plough. That's how I get my living, by the sweat of my brow. And when my day's work's over, I go home late at night. For in my wife and family I take a great delight. My children, they come round me with their pretty little flattery toys, and that's all the pleasure that a poor man enjoys. Sometimes I do reap and sometimes I do mow. The other times to hedging and ditching I do go. There's nothing goes amiss with me, the harrow or the plough. That's how I get my living, by the sweat of my brow. My wife, she is willing to join me in this yoke. We're just like two young turtle doves, there's never one provoked. Although the times are very bad and we are very poor, we still keep the wolves and the ravens from our door. Sometimes I do reap and sometimes I do mow. The other times to hedging and ditching I do go. There's nothing goes amiss with me, the harrow or the plough. That's how I get my living, by the sweat of my brow. God bless all you farmers that take to us poor men. I wish of them with all my heart their souls in heaven may spend, and that those left behind us a better pattern take, that they may follow after as quick as they can take. Sometimes I do reap and sometimes I do mow. The other times to hedging and the ditching I do go. There's nothing goes amiss with me, the harrow or the plough. That's how I get my living, by the sweat of my brow. Sometimes I do reap, and sometimes I do mow. The other times to hedging and the ditching I do go. There's nothing goes amiss with me, the harrow or the plough. That's how I get my living, by the sweat of my brow.
Was there ever a winter so cold and so sad, the river too weary to flow? The storm in the wind that cut through to my skin, but she cut through to my blood. I was looking for trouble to tangle my line, but trouble came looking for me. I knew I was standing on treacherous ground. I was sinking too fast to run free. With a scheming idle ways, she left me for enough. The storm in a wind cut through to my skin, but she cut through to my blood. I would not be asking, I would not be seen, begging on mountain or hill, but I'm ready and blind with my hands tied behind, of neither a mind nor a will. With a scheming idle ways, she left me for enough. The storm in a wind cut through to my skin, but she cut through to my blood. It's bitter the mead of the poor ditching boy. He'll always believe what they say. They tell him it's hard to be honest and true. Does he mind if he doesn't get paid? With a scheming idle ways, she left me for enough. The storm and a wind cut through to my skin, but she cut through to my blood.
Well, that very beautiful version of Thresherman by Belshazzar's Feast reminded me of The Poor Ditching Boy by Richard Thompson from his very first album after he left Fairport Convention in 1972, Henry the Human Fly. One of the worst selling albums of all time, I do believe, certainly for Island Records. Now, I'm not sure where I heard this song recently, but it's lovely. It's by Margot Mira, who is a Dutch singer-songwriter and folk musician. It's from her new album called Take Heart. This song is Calliope.
From the chimney, smoke curls up. and the Gary Oaks are bare. Daylight fades 4 p.m. Sheep they huddle up, autumn in Crow Valley, and the weatherman beside me says it's gonna be a cold night, for the winds are catching speed, throwing waves upon the shoreline, autumn in Crow Valley. Warm and dry in the valley of Calliope, the world goes by, I'm here, let it be. And we cannot comprehend, no one knows what lies in store. Will the stormy winds die down if the boat will reach the shore, autumn in Crow Valley? Warm and dry in the valley of Calliope, the world goes by, I'm here, let it be. So we watch the smoke curl up, and we hear the pouring rain, and the sheep they huddle up, we'll do the same, autumn in Crow Valley. Warm and dry in the valley of Calliope, the world goes by, I'm here, let it be.
So that was Margaret Meara, who I've recently discovered. Another thing I've recently discovered is Hildeland. This is a duo comprising Orkney-born fiddler Louise Bitchen and Indiana, USA, mandolinist Ethan Setuan, and they present a collaboration and meeting of their musical worlds, a path steeped in fiddle traditions of their respective sides of the Atlantic. And I do love a bit of good mandolin, and this is certainly that. From the album Soul Scary, which is released in a couple of weeks' time, this is The Silver Dollar.
but no bonny boy could she find. No bonny boy could she find. So she hollered and she whooped, and she played on her flute, and the sun did shine wondrous warm. The sun did shine wondrous warm. At last there I spied my own bonny boy, wrapped up in some other girl's arms, wrapped up in some other girl's arms. Many's the night's rest you've robbed me of, but you never shall do it again. You never shall do it again.
Well, I followed Hildeland with one of my favourite songs by the Furrow Collective from their album Wild Hog. That's Many of the Night's Rest. And while you're on YouTube looking for Sister Rosetta Sharpe that I played you earlier tonight, look for that too. There's a lovely video of the four of them. That's Lucy Farrell, Rachel Newton, Alistair Roberts and Emily Portman, who takes the lead vocal on that one, sitting around a table singing. It's a beautiful piece of music. Music happening here on the Isle of Man this week. There's usual sessions, Wednesday night at O'Donnell's and Friday night at the Mitre. And I noticed that my friends the Heinrich Manoeuvre, supported by another friend, Mark Lawrence, are playing at the Athol Room at the Peel Centenary Centre on Friday night at 8 p.m. That should be great. Next Tuesday night is the 31st of October, so it's Hop Tune Day, and there's a session down at the Albert in Port St Mary that night, and also the folk show that night will be a Hop Tune Day special. Lots of spooky stuff for you then. Last tonight, I've always been a bit of a sucker for the music of Mexico and New Mexico, and I've come upon this. This is Lone Pinon, who are a New Mexican string band, or Orchestra Tipica, whose music celebrates the integrity and diversity of their region's cultural roots, with fiddles, upright bass guitars, accordions, vihuela, and bilingual vocals. And this track is called La Vaquera. See you next week.